Okay, hello, welcome to Module 4. So just think, when you finish Module 4, you are halfway done. Congratulations, that's awesome. Okay, so this week we are looking at gender. Okay, and I have misplaced where I'm going here. Okay, here we go. So you have the Module 4 guide and resources. Then you have your discussion. So with the discussion, you look back at your topic 2 historical topic, and then you're going to summarize different narratives and perspectives connected to your topic, including and especially those that have been overlooked or marginalized. Many of you in some of the discussions have noted the importance of primary sources. They're everything. Our view of slavery and the Civil War would be substantially different and substantially deficient without the primary source accounts of people like Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, and others, Nat Turner, Solomon Northup. There's so many. We have to have those primary source accounts because secondary sources, they're viewing it after the fact and from a comfortable distance. Also, we see some secondary sources trying to shape the narrative in a way that maybe does not portray the horrors of it all. The primary sources are essential. We have to have those to know what daily life was like, how it impacted those who participating in these events. And so that's something you might want to keep in mind as you're approaching this and you're looking for the overlooked or marginalized perspectives. Look for the primary sources. Also, be watching the news. Anytime you take a history class or a government class, watch the news. And I am not talking about social media news. I'm talking about news. I like to, I listen to Joe Scarborough every morning, and he gets a lot of flack, but I get a lot of news from them. And then like Megyn Kelly has a good news program. I listen to it mostly while I'm walking, but if I'm going to sit down and watch, I have MSNBC, Fox, Newsmax. I like a different selection. So I really recommend, if you have the time, that you find news sources from both sides of the aisle, because we don't always get the whole story just from one, because it's much like the writers of history. Everybody's got a side, right? A bias, a preference that's just embedded in us. No matter how neutral we want to be, we're not. We have preferences, we have bias, we have allegiances, so many things are just ingrained within us that we don't even realize. So you're going to want to watch more than one source of news, but I really recommend it. Or read newspapers, something, but get it somewhere other than social media. Go deep. Like, I like to look at the Drudge Report, and then I like to look at the Fox News website. So there's tons of news out there. Do a little work, find what you prefer. But because here in this discussion, you need to make at least one connection between your historical topic and something you've personally observed or learned recently in class, in the media, or in your community. So we need to know what's going on. We need to be active participants. Okay, and then for your responses, replies to your peers, those are so important, and they're important for 2 reasons. Number 1, to avail yourself to full credit, but number 2, everybody has a different view, and as we share those, it enriches the overall learning experience. So don't neglect those. Okay, and there's prompts for your replies. If you don't know what to say, there's prompts. And then also for the assignment, the Module 4 journal, guidelines, and rubric. Please read the guidelines and rubric. It is one page, and then it says what to submit. So you're going to submit a 1 to 2 page document, and you're going to look at historical narratives, and it just walks you through exactly what to submit. If you are struggling, some of you are just listing your web pages as sources. So always at this level, you need to be at least attempting APA style citation. The Shapiro Library has a great guide on that. So please reach out if you're struggling with that, but at least be attempting that APA style citation. Okay, and be watching the news, because no matter how long ago your historical topic happened, it's tied to today. We are not disconnected from our history. It has laid the foundation for where we find ourselves. And so there are characteristics of it always that can be found today. So be consuming news. All right, reach out with questions and have a great week. I'll see you in the discussion.